In the book of Psalms, chapter 62, beginning at verse 5 in the GNT, it reads, I depend on Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai alone. I put my hope in him. Shalom, shalom, akim. Call halal, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Chakodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the hopeful elect. And to the few sincere Aquat who are listening in truth and sincerity, I say Shalom. I'm the brother Gabaria Allah, coming at you with another lesson. And this lesson is going to be entitled, Put Your Hope in Him, or something along those lines. Alright? So, this lesson is going into depending on the Lord, and what that brings to the table when you depend on Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai alone. Okay, you don't depend on people. You don't depend on individuals for your salvation. This is your salvation. And you have to depend on the Heavenly Father and your relationship with Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, the Heavenly Father, and the only begotten Son. You have to depend on your relationship with Him and what you're doing for Him. Alright? That's why I opened up with the book of Psalms, chapter 62, and verse 5. Alright? But I'm going to begin at verse 1. It reads, I wait patiently for Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai to save me. I depend on Him alone. Exactly. Alright? We depend on the Heavenly Father and the only begotten Son alone. We don't depend on this government. You don't depend on other things. You don't depend on the Akim. Okay? You don't depend on women. This is something that only the Heavenly Father and only begotten Son can give you, which is salvation. Okay? Now the Lord does send brothers, and little things to help you out, make your walk easier. But at the end of the day, it depends on your faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. It goes on, it says, verse 2, He alone protects and saves me. So only the Heavenly Father can save us, can protect us. Only the Heavenly Father and the only begotten Son. Because Yahushai is our mediator. Yahushai is the one who is speaking to the Heavenly Father for us on our behalf. This is Yahushai's ministry. So what are you doing to please Yahushai so that He can make a good case for you? Alright? Because when you have a good lawyer and you have a whole bunch of evidence, the more evidence you have, the easier that the lawyer's job is. And he'll tell you, like, man, you good. It'll be to the point where the judge himself is like, man, the other guy shouldn't have even sued or whatever. So we want to make the best case we can for Yahushua to save us. And we do that via the ministry, via serving the Lord the best we can. Alright? Because the growth is when no one is looking. You can stand in front of the camera. You can make lessons. All these things all do add up, and they go up to the Lord. The Lord sees these lessons. The Lord sees your videos. But He also sees the time when no one is watching. He sees the times where you're alone, reading. He sees the times where you're studying. He sees the times where you're writing notes. When you're praying. A lot of brothers need to start praying more. Okay? Because that is a direct communication to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It says, He alone protects and saves me. He is my defender, and I shall never be defeated. How much longer will all of you attack someone who is no longer than a broken down fence? You only want to bring him down for his place of honor. You take pleasure in lies. You speak words of blessings. Put in your heart, you curse him. Verse 5. I depend on Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai alone. I put my hope in him. He alone protects and saves me. He is my defender, and I shall never be defeated. So when Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is your defender, what can possibly go wrong? You know, what can possibly go wrong? Nothing. It says, my salvation and honor depend on Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. He is my strong protector. He is my shelter. Exactly. The Lord is our strong protector. The Lord is our shelter. The Lord is the only reason we are even alive here in the first place. You know, because when we were up there in the heavens, that was our only mission, to come down here and to serve Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai the best we can, so that we can get the fuck out of here with the reward. The scriptures say he is a rewarder to them that diligently seek him, and I made a lesson on that. But guess what? He is also their defender. He defends them who diligently seek him. He defends them who honor his name, who give reverence unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Because you're not like the rest of them. You're not like a wicked two-third. You don't just do or say whatever. You move a certain way. You speak a certain way. You talk a certain way. You observe things a certain way. When you watch a movie, you say that's spiritual. You look at things spiritually. You're not like these individuals because you're not of this world. People look at you differently because you're not of this world. You know, then you started wondering, man, why the fuck am I getting so stared at? It's because you're not of this world, man. You know, it says verse 8, trust in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai at all time, my people. Tell him all your troubles, for he is our refuge. And the Lord already knows all our troubles, but he wants to know, are you going to go to him? Are you going to go to the Lord? Or are you going to try to do shit your own self, trusting in your own self? You don't trust in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Just like in the book of Matthew, all right, when Peter went to go walk on water, Yahushua told him, you're going to be good, man. But as soon as he saw some large wave, he panicked. He lost faith and he started drowning. You know? And Peter was a great man. Peter was the head disciple. You know? That was Yahushua's favorite saying on earth. Oh, ye of little faith. You know? So you need to have the immense amount of appreciation and trust in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. It goes on, it says, human beings are all like a puff of breath. Great and small alike are worthless. Put them on the scales, and they weigh nothing. They are lighter than a mere breath. Don't put your trust in violence. Don't hope to gain anything by robbery. Even if your riches increase, don't depend on them. Verse 11. More than once I have heard Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai say that power belongs to him, and that his love is constant. You yourself, O Lord, reward everyone according to their deeds. And you want the Lord to reward you according to the treasures that you have stacked on heaven, according to the things that you have done, you know, for the Lord. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, the bond yet again to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom.